Let me tell you about mental toughness. It's fascinating how many people get this completely wrong. They think it's about never showing weakness, always being stoic, pushing through everything. But that's like trying to build a house by just stacking bricks without mortar. It looks impressive until the first strong wind comes along. Real mental toughness is more like being a willow tree than an oak. The oak stands rigid and proud until it breaks, while the willow bends and adapts. I learned this the hard way during my years as a competitive swimmer. I used to think mental toughness meant ignoring pain, pushing through exhaustion, and never admitting struggles. That approach led me straight to burnout. Think about your smartphone for a moment. What makes it resilient? It's not just the tough glass screen or the protective case, it's the sophisticated software that knows when to update, when to cool down, and when to conserve battery. Mental toughness works the same way. It's a dynamic system, not a static state. The first pillar of mental toughness is self-awareness. You need to be like a skilled sound engineer, constantly monitoring your internal levels. When do you perform best? What triggers your stress response? What recharges your batteries? Without this awareness, you're like a captain trying to navigate without instruments. The second pillar is what I call productive discomfort. You know how muscles grow stronger? Through controlled stress followed by recovery. The same applies to mental toughness. You deliberately expose yourself to challenging situations, but, and this is crucial, you do it strategically. It's like gradually increasing the weight at the gym, not trying to lift the whole rack on day one. Here's something counterintuitive: mental toughness requires vulnerability. It's about having the courage to acknowledge when you're struggling and asking for help when needed. Think of it like maintenance on a high-performance car. Regular checkups prevent major breakdowns. I love using the concept of stress inoculation. Just as a vaccine exposes you to a controlled dose of a pathogen to build immunity, you can deliberately expose yourself to small doses of stress to build resilience. Start small. Maybe it's taking cold showers, or having difficult conversations you've been avoiding. The biggest mistake I see people make is confusing mental toughness with mental rigidity. True toughness is like a well-trained immune system. It knows when to fight and when to adapt. It's about being responsive, not reactive. Think of it as emotional aikido rather than boxing. You work with the energy coming at you, not just against it. And here's something crucial: mental toughness isn't about never feeling fear, anxiety, or doubt. It's about developing a healthy relationship with these emotions. They're like warning lights on your dashboard. You don't want to ignore them, but you also don't want to panic every time one flickers. The path to mental toughness is paradoxical. You need to be both disciplined and flexible, both strong and vulnerable, both serious and playful. It's like being a master chef. You follow recipes precisely when needed, but you also know when to improvise and adapt. Remember, mental toughness isn't a destination, it's a practice. Some days you'll feel invincible, others you'll struggle to get out of bed. The truly tough person accepts both states as part of the journey. It's like tending a garden. Some seasons are for growth, others for maintenance, and others still for lying fallow and regenerating. Start small, be consistent, and most importantly, be kind to yourself in the process. Mental toughness isn't about being perfect, it's about being resilient in the face of imperfection. That's where true strength lies.